We're continuing to track all those curveballs Mother Nature's trying to throw us here as we get into our weather alert day. Again, it looks like some of that dry air ultimately kind of won out a little sooner than we thought here as we got into the morning hours over the last few, getting into 8 and 9 o'clock. It's still hanging on to some of that moisture, but thankfully temperatures have at least stepped in the right direction. Some of us at least right at that freezing mark, if not a few degrees warmer than that, along and south of I-70. We're not out of the woods just yet, though. Still going to be tracking not only some slippery road conditions, but it looks like we may be adding on to the problems as we get into this afternoon. Again, another slug of moisture. Again, it's kind of the same system, just pivoting off toward the north and east. But it's going to run into some slightly cooler temperatures just off the surface, and we're going to be looking at some snow falling here as we get into this afternoon. So again, that could just be kind of adding to the headaches out there for any of those folks maybe trying to treat some of those area roadways. Right now, though, as we get into the early morning hours, 33 degrees here in Columbia, 35 down toward Jefferson City. So again, we're at least in the ballpark of being in a little better shape than what we were once thinking. Still playing on some poor roadways out there, playing on a lot of extra time to scrape off that car if you have to park outside too, for that matter. But again, those roadways going to be in a little bit of trouble here as we go all day long. So plan on that here, and if it's one of those days that you can get away with just staying home, it's a great day to do that too. But as we get into the next couple of hours, again, our attention is kind of pivoting to some of these power outages, and it's because some of these winds gusting up around 35 and 40 miles an hour already. That'll stick with us into the next hour or two, but should start to slowly but surely start to kind of wane as we get into tonight, getting those gusts back to around 15 to 20 miles an hour. So still could be looking at some isolated power outages. That's what we've seen reported thus far here across mid-Missouri. A little bit more problematic here south of I-70 so far, but we'll be on top of that going forward as well. Got another storm system that we're going to be tracking as we get into the first day this weekend. Saturday, still looking like we're going to be picking up a light chance at some snow as we get into Saturday. Primarily the afternoon and evening hours is what we're thinking right now. If you're looking for some dry weather, and I know a lot of us are here, Sunday looks like it's going to be the day that we finally get to dry out and we finally get back into the 40s. So at least a little bit of enjoyable weather to close out the first weekend of 2021. And getting into the first work week of it, Monday and Tuesday, we're still hanging on to those mid to upper 40s. Going to be tracking another storm system that rolls on through by about the middle of next week. Again, bringing some light rain chances back to mid-Missouri.